So when we measured ourselves at the time, the Proton Saga was probably about demerit scores.
Saga spells out safety, achievement, greatness, ability. Also qualities that best describe Malaysia's best-selling sedan. To date, it has found its way to more than 1.9 million owners worldwide since July 1985 across 3 generations of its existence. From first-time car buyers, second car replacement car, students, families, retirees, the Saga is loved by all walks of life. So what makes the Saga such a widely accepted model? Today, we'll find out from the horse's mouth. So today we have 3 owners of the Proton Saga as well as Chief Engineer Mr. Desmond Pinto here to share with us about the Proton Saga. So I think our first questions to a few of our owners here is that what do you all like about the Proton Saga? What do you all like most?
Actually, it was pretty odd. I got into a Grab car. So of course I knew about the new model, the MC2, but I didn't test drive the car, nothing. I just got into a Grab car which happened to be that. And I think within 2 minutes of sitting in the back, I was, to be honest, and I'm not making this up, I was just amazed at how quiet and refined and the car was, it just handled Malaysian roads very well. So that was particularly impressive to me. And so it was not, we didn't immediately buy the car like that. It happened probably
It left an impression in your mind.
Yeah, but it had a very strong impression on how improved it was. Because I'd said in the BLM, the FLX and all that, and yeah, they were very good value for money, but this was very impressive in that sense. And it managed to, like, I appreciate that. The ride and handling was very good with that car.
I see.
My first car was a Saga when it was passed down to me by my dad in 2008. So it was a Saga, I drove it for 10 years. And then when I started my first job, it was right to just buy the Saga because I trusted the brand. Also, the price was affordable. Yeah, so.
Perfect car for a fresh graduate, entry level. So what do you like about it the most?
I like that it's comfortable, and also I have 3 kids, 1 wife. All of us fit in the Saga. No complaints, we all still fit in the Saga. It's a family car and we don't have any other car.
Just to echo like what Arvin has said, right? How Saga actually managed to handle Malaysian road. For me, is managed to handle Malaysian weather. So I love the air conditioning. It's cold enough, it's comfortable. Not to mention it's basically like worth the value. It's my first car, I'm still driving it. And I'm actually a designer myself, so I carry a lot of gadgets and devices, spacious. Most importantly, it's very comfortable.
Easy for a female to just drop everything in the sedan.
Including my shopping bags and everything else. Yeah, I love the space.
Wonderful.
Just nice.
So I think now that we have questions for them, I myself, Desmond, I have a few questions for you. So the first one is that the Proton Saga, the 3rd generation, has been around with us for 7 years. First came out in 2017. 2 facelifts later. What would you say the biggest improvements and changes that you all have made to the Proton Saga?
I think first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming and having me today. I think the Proton Saga is a very strong nameplate, that is very close to the heart of most Malaysians. So as you said, 3 generations, and since 2016 we had the 3rd generation, and now 7 years onwards. What I want to say is that the platform of the Saga is still relevant up to today. With just a little bit of refinement, we can hit the requirements of our customers. So in 2019, when we redid the MC1 from the 2016, so most of the refinement are done because of the voices from the customers itself. So we hear a lot of them, including the transmission especially, I think. And then also try to uplift the perceived quality of the car. And also in 2022, I would say that 2022 was more focused on refinements. So what we did was to give more details to the updates to the car to suit the requirements of our customers based on the feedback on the MC1. So I think that what we try to introduce is more on the comfort and convenience. So as you know, Saga is a car for all levels. So it's the entry-level sedan car. I think it can cater for almost 4 generations of people, right? From your grandfather to your parents, to yourself, to your kids. So the range is very wide.
Very, very wide indeed.
So there are a lot of considerations and balance, and most importantly, to put it at the right price and position.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I think with the MC2, they introduced a lot of not just styling enhancements, but also features like the keyless entry,
Correct.
auto folding mirrors, and you have a nice little touchscreen in the center, which I think Arvin yourself appreciates very much.
Yep.
With the reverse cameras. I think all of these convenience features just adds up and makes the Saga an even better car for all Malaysians.
Correct.
That's right. You mentioned there have been a lot of changes in terms of refinement and all that, and definitely it's a step forward. What would you say the most major innovation that you've implemented with the latest Saga?
I think considering today's trend and what the customer has in mind, so we are focused more on the peace of mind, basically in terms of comfort, convenience, and also safety. In terms of safety also, for example, safety is not an option. It has to be, it has to be mandatory. So one of the biggest change that we did was to introduce the ESC to our standard line as well. So before this was only on the high line. So we've introduced that on the standard lines. So apart from that, because we had the chance to, we changed the tires. We changed the tires to actually try to refine the right comfort of the car. So in view of changing the tires, we also revised our damping strategy. So on the 2022 Saga, you can see a more refined, right comfort focused car compared to the Saga MC1. On top of that, of course, we try to introduce technology to the car. So as you can see on the Saga Premium S itself, we have taken the architecture or the BCM from the Persona and adapted into this car. So that's why you see the additional features like the keyless entry system and also the push start button. So I think which also one of the requirements of certain customers so wherever we see an avenue to increase the sales, we would focus and work on that.
I have a question. Why is the handling so stable?
Why is the handling so stable? Okay, so good question. So as you know, this platform was it's been there for pretty while, right? So Saga platform since BLM 2008, then it had an update on 2016. So for Proton at that time, of course, ride handling was one of the key major USP. So I think it's something that we must continue this legacy. So the strength or the body stiffness and everything that was already embedded in this platform allows us to continue that refinement, and of course, the ride handling and ride comfort is always a trade-off. There is a trade-off. So in view of, so we got data collected basically for all our customer preference, like I said, different generations of people. We had to find the right balance. So as you see, on the 2019, the car was a bit more aggressive compared to 2022 because of the focus on ride comfort. So I would say that we still try to balance that. We want to maintain that ride and steering feel, so that DNA doesn't go doesn't get lost, you know. And also, I think Saga has we want to make this a fun car, so I think this aspect of ride handling, able to go on high speed and still feel safe, is one of the major decision, points for customers in buying our cars.
Indeed. And also the Proton Saga's platform, right? You know, Proton also partakes in Sepang Race S1K with the Saga, you know, race winning car. I think there's not a lot of things done to the body, right?
No, not required.
Not required.
Correct. In fact, I just want to add, we have plans for Saga to go export. So in the export market, there's also additional requirements of side pole impact and so on. So just to let you all know that the Saga is able to cater for those requirements.
In terms of the chassis rigidity, safety,
side pole impact, frontal collision, and everything.
So it's the same,
Up to today.
the ones in Malaysia and overseas.
It's the same. It's the same. Tricky question.
Well, in my case, for me, Saga is just right, and it's easy to handle. Like comfort, convenient, like what you just shared earlier, it's really important for me. So I'm not gonna go technical. For me, it's like, is there any hacks or tips that you can share for me to enhance or improve the experience with my Saga?
I need to mention before that in 2019, prior to that, the steering feels a bit heavy. So the lady's voice in our team, I think, came through. So we did refinement about the steering wheel, because ladies always complain cannot.
Okay.
No wonder it's so
not
easy to handle right
but
now.
I think now it's very easy, right? So the effort is
She's
there.
driving the Premium S, so yeah, I agree. Actually, the Premium S feels, the
Lighter
MC2 feels a
lighter.
bit lighter and all that. Oh,
So coming back to tricks and hacks,
to improve the experience with my Saga.
there are few things that a lot of customers, maybe we do not say too much about it, but for example, your infotainment unit, your head unit, right? So in fact, you can do a lot. If you play around with it, you can do a lot of tuning.
okay.
You can do a lot of tuning. You can get from a very basic, like as though your car has a woofer in it, until you can get a very hissing sound, like as though your car has a tweeter in it. So those are one of the things that maybe people seldom play, but I would encourage you to try.
The sound
Sound
system, EQ
sound
system.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because the one in my car is stock. But when my friends come, they say, you change your speakers. No, it's the same one I bought
all
it.
standard.
It's
Yeah,
same one I
standard
didn't
fit.
change.
So maybe that was one point. Second point is that the Saga and the Persona share the same brake systems. We share the same brake system fundamentally. So compared to the previous Saga, currently I would say that the customer, you should have the confidence in your braking. Don't worry, just push.
Because Persona is
your
a bigger
brakes.
car,
Yeah,
B
step on it.
segment, but it's all in the. It's
So-
now in this Saga.
The actual will come as per what your expectation is when you brake. So for me, no worries, step on it.
Okay. I think important things for the ladies to know actually. Yeah, more on the infotainment system for Crystal. Okay.
So that's when you'll make a lot of cars every month, and it's been around for many years. So how do you maintain the quality control of the cars that come out? So far, so good on my side. Never had issues, but
I think this back to 2017 when Geely stepped in. So we wanted to know where we are in terms of quality, where Proton is in terms of our product. So we did an audit based on this Geely GCPA, we call it, assessment done similar to what Volvo is doing and so on. So we knew we had a huge task to improve in terms of quality. So in terms of Saga MC1, we set a target to reduce this to 2,000. So for all the aspects that we've looked into, the auditors have given a list on areas where we need to fix. So that was a focus on MC1. Then when we hit to MC2, we were given another task to reduce the score to less than 800. So that's where we had to come up with a checklist, and those are the items that we've really focused in terms of quality to fix. And in terms of production, for mass production today, since the MC2 or even now for our new models, we have implemented a lot of quality gateways in our, not only in terms of design. In terms of design, we have project quality assurance. We have gateways to dig out virtual issues that need to be solved. Then we got physical verification on mules and prototypes. So in production itself also we have added those gates.
So more check and balances.
Yeah, you've got parts coming in from incoming parts. And then after that, right through production, you have certain gateways in certain processes. Then from the after TF line, you go to the end of line. After end of line, it goes to the plant quality. So we got a lot of quality indicators to help us to know where we are. So I think that awareness help us to beef up in terms of our quality, not only in design but also on parts quality and also manufacturing installation quality.
I think something that will scare the audience is like 6,000 demerit points. What is that all about? But actually, I just want to clarify is that 6,000 demerit points is based on Geely on a global kind of production level, right? They are a global player, so they adopting like a global standards, because previously Saga was sold in Malaysia. We benchmark against our own local market kind of quality. But then now that with Geely in the picture, we have really stepped up in terms of the quality. And I can see throughout the model years that especially the latest one, the MC1, MC2, they've really upped their quality. And I think Arvin, you can attest to that, Crystal as well.
So far so good.
So far so good?
Yeah.
Today our quality level is at 650. So that's way, So I think quality is, for us, is very important.
Impressive.
Very important that because this assures us on bigger volumes, bigger sales, as well as not to say, but actually quality also can save costs. From warranties and so on.
Lesser people coming into the service center.
So our warranty also from since 2017 to today, we have reduced almost 80%, more than 80%. Even
our
with
warranty claims.
Our warranty claims,
I see.
we reduced more than 80%, even though the numbers of cars in the market is getting higher.
I see.
Okay. Yeah. So just expand on that. I think that's when this will be the last question from my side. Is that for the after sales, production quality has improved very much. But what about after sales?
I think if you read on the news, there are a lot of news about our after sales improvements. So for Saga, similarly to all the X-Series model, also important. So I think the anxiety in the market about our after sales, I think we have found a solution. Of course, improve. So for Saga itself, as the numbers, the volume is very big. So we have to make sure that we have enough stocks in our
Spare parts?
In our stockies or in our 4Ss. So we focus on most of the fast-moving parts and also the accident-related body and paint parts. So I think that almost every week we have a meeting on this, and we are also very close communication with after sales to meet the backlog orders and demands. So not only on parts but also cars off the road.
Okay. So I think we have all experienced the after sales at Proton with our Sagas, and you can say that no problem. So far so good. So far so good.
Yeah. think the last service we sent, I think we dropped the car off about 11 on a Saturday, and they said like, okay, it'll be done by 3, and then I think it was about 12:45. They were like, man, we can come, and the car was washed, and yeah, you can pick it up and
Pick it up.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, so we kind of spoiled our plans, to be honest. We were looking to do something else. Yeah.
Okay, so first, thank you very much, Mr. Desmond Pinto, for spending your afternoon with us and sharing so much about the Proton Saga, especially on a more technical point of view. And as well as thank you to 3 of our Saga owners who came on and shared their experience with the Proton Saga. So thank you everyone for watching. So if you like this video, make sure to share and subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Bye.